the mechanism will be able to establish the truth, and justice needs to be ensured, and reparation system should be in place, and institutional reform needs to be done. So without anyone, in the absence of one component, the transitional justice process will not be over. That's what the Supreme Court said. All this through PIL, I don't need to repeat that. And that's some of the problem. I just want to flag it out. One of the big problem in Nepal now is the non-implementation of Supreme Court directives. And the other problem is Supreme Court itself, very reluctant to use its power to, its power to bring people to the justice under this contempt of court. They are not really using it, and they are very reluctant on that. And I should say this. I should say there is a lack of political will to realize the change expressed in the Janandol. It's a huge political statement. What I'm basically trying to say is that no one, including Maoists, these Maoists, who seem from outside very radical, but now they are becoming, the people's war, what they call, did just to acquire the power. And they are representing more capitalistic approach than the socialistic approach in Nepal. I don't want to talk much about that. Maybe we'll discuss later on. The other problem is that the PIL has gone beyond the fundamental rights and been used for the political purposes. For example, the dissolution of the parliament in 1994, when the parliament was dissolved, that was a huge political issue. Through the PIL, the parliament was dissolved in a way. And then in 2012, when they dissolved the CA, they said that you cannot extend your tenure. That was also doctrine of basic structure. The question here is, when the same Chief Justice who wrote this judgment said that you cannot amend the Constitution in order to extend the tenure of the Constituent Assembly, but he was ready to suspend 25 different provision of the Constitution and became the chief of the government now. So PIL, in a way, our experience is used for the political purposes as well. So my conclusion, our colleague were discussing one question, whether court can bring social change through the PIL or not. Yes, of course it can. But the point is, court can also bring the political change. And it will be uncontrolled if you don't have the very established democratic system. So the point I'm trying to raise here is, if you have an independent judiciary, then PIL works. If your judiciary is not independent and it has a political purpose, it could be a dangerous, dangerous tool as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tony. I think we need to have some questions, comments, participation here. And we had kept initially half an hour. I think we should maintain that because there is a large number of participants here. So we eat less and work more. So any questions, comments? Babu, could you please come here? You have to be held accountable by the participants. So please introduce yourself and question or brief comment.
So my name is Karthikana. I'm an intern at HRL in Delhi. So you guys said that there was major political problems because the PIL was used for political purposes. So how would you alter the locus standi problems to prevent the PIL from being used for political purposes?
Yeah, we will take 3 or 4 questions and then. Yeah, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Apurva. I'm from HRL in Delhi. First of all, I enjoyed listening to all your speeches. And my question is directed to Mr. Jamal. So we have a case where we filed a PIL in the Gujarat High Court. And the court came up with a statement that the directions sought were basically that judiciary intervenes in the policies of the executive and takes certain steps. Okay, this case was about farmer suicides in Gujarat, and the court stated that judiciary could not actually intervene in the functions of the executive since they were different organs of the government, and if they had to do anything about it, in the next elections, the citizens could use their franchisee in a better way. So I wanted to get an idea on how do you think we could deal with this issue, because Supreme Court has clearly stated that the judiciary should not intervene in the functions of the executive. And if this is not the case, then who is the executive accountable to? Thank you.